Here's why siding with Donald Trump won't end well for Danielle Smith. There's a very big chance that she comes out of this looking like an absolute mug when all is said and done. So Donald Trump has made his demands clear, sort of. He says he wants Canada to lock up the borders and stem the flow of fentanyl. Let's not go into whether this is a reasonable request or not. I think these are problems we've got to fix in this country for ourselves anyway. So honestly, I don't mind that someone is holding the Canadian government to account. Don't rule out that this could also be a ploy to extract concessions on trade from Canada as well. He has talked a lot about that deficit that Canada has with the US. Trump says it's 200 billion. It's actually closer to 40 billion, but no matter. Anyways, Danielle Smith has refused to side with the rest of the premiers on possible retaliatory tariffs. She has emphasized that the Canadian government needs to give President Trump what he wants. Now, to be fair, the Trudeau government has actually taken some steps to firm up the border. As far as I know, there is no plans for us to stop freeloading on defense in the immediate future, but on Danielle Smith, she believes she can lobby her way out of this, maybe show the Americans that they would also suffer if tariffs come down. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. That was actually the Trudeau government's first approach. And I think everybody knows our economies are very integrated. Up to that point, I'm not having an issue with her approach. But I will say that she has greatly miscalculated if she thinks that choosing the rebel route, as she has, would help Canada or Alberta's case. Let me paint you a gruesome picture, right? Let's assume we give Trump everything he wants on the border and clean up the fentanyl somehow. Now he wants a bigger discount on our oil because Canada was dumb enough to put itself in a situation where it is actually easier to sell oil to the states than it is to sell between our provinces. Okay, do you give him that too? Do you give him that? But where this can potentially go further south for Danielle Smith is this. Let's say Donald Trump really cares about the trade deficit with Canada. Let's assume that he follows through on tariffs. Then there's literally no reason for him to give Alberta a carve-out on tariffs. Because think about it. Basically, all of the deficit the US has with Canada is actually on oil and gas. Now, I have no reason to believe Donald Trump is dumb. You might doubt his morals, but he's not dumb. If you watch his approach to his second term, even through his first week, you realize that there's some method to the madman. Right? He used the threat of taking over Greenland, for example, to force the Danish government to provide more of a military presence there. That's pretty smart. Like, most people didn't see how savvy this was. But look, the ideal case for Canada is for no tariffs to come. Tariffs would probably send our economy into a recession. I know, right? The R word. But if they come, it would be very dumb for him to give oil and gas a break. It just won't happen. You start to see how this can end up making Danielle Smith look like an absolute sucker when all is said and done, right? There is no world where Canada loses and Alberta wins here, except Alberta becomes the 51st state. Like I said that jokingly in my 3 reckless predictions for Canada video, and that idea seems to have grown some legs all of a sudden. Like, it was a joke, mostly. But you guys let me know. How do you think this ends? And please subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.